So let's, yeah. So first of all, it is our October Classic. Now, if you want to see our contest stuff, it's just on the website right there. But what we have going on is first place is $5,000. Now you're competing with every single person who's writing Edge. Now, whoever writes the highest amount of written premium in October, first place is $5,000. Now, spots 21 to 30 still get $250. If you don't manage to place, but you write $7,500 in new premium credits, you're still getting $100 bonus. On top of that, disability is worth double the credits all month long. So every dollar of disability you write, you're getting credits for two, which is a really great way to get into the top 30 contest. Obviously, there's a big $500 right there. Every small business benefits case you write gets a bonus of $500. Now, please remember, I am not privileged to see what your commission percentages are. So discuss with your leadership what your bonus structure and your commission structure is, but it is out here this month, okay? Really exciting, biggest month of the year, $500 for each new case. Now, if you remember from previous trainings, every single small business benefits, I add 1,000 of loss of income, which means you're going to get the 500 on your small business benefits case. Even if you have a minimum of three, $1,000 each of them for loss of income. It triggers a discount. It lowers the cost of the health and dental for them. It's worth $2,000 instead of one for when it comes to credits, right? Almost every person I have come across that has written a group case in a contest month comes away with minimum 750. Okay. Again, I don't know your percentages. Okay. So take that with a little bit of a grain of salt and make sure you know what your commission schedule is. But that's all month long. So in order to get the 500, it's written this month, in force November 1st. Okay. So we can't say, oh, here you go, Christy, but we're going to wait till January 1. That won't work. I've tried. No, I'm just joking. September doesn't count. I know. So that is there. Another one, which I love. This is my favorite contest right here. So as it was on the invitation, every year the Edge takes our top 10 advisors. There's other ways to get into the spots here too. I'm not sure if we're opening up a Great Way specific spot, but if you manage to write $150,000 in annualized premium, you get an invitation with you and a significant other. Feel free to bring your family. It is all ages. It is so much fun. Little kids dancing at the gala is adorable. You don't want to miss it. But we go to a beautiful location. 7 days. You get to bring a spouse, as I said. We do not hold you hostage in a boardroom and make you listen to Edge the whole time. I promise you. It is so much fun. We have a welcome breakfast that's not even an hour long. The people are in and out of there and on the beach as soon as they can. First evening is a gala. If you manage to get there, you're getting celebrated at the gala. You get to go up on stage with your family, take a picture, and celebrate the fact that you got there. We've got one evening where you're going to get paired with a sales director and a VP at Edge where we have a nice dinner. It's a very small one. There might be 8 of us there. And then we have a farewell barbecue. The remainder of the time is for you to enjoy, explore, be outside, go on an excursion, do whatever you want. You worked hard to get there. So I promise we're not tying you down into a boardroom. I wouldn't go. If there's an ocean outside and you're not letting me in it almost every day, I'm not going. All right. So who here has seen the changes to the website, the new button? Who's noticed a new button? Yeah, awesome. So if you haven't had a chance to go on, this is our new button. This is our small business benefits button. If you recall, you used to be able to get proposals from me by filling in a PDF form, getting the business information, getting the employee information, sending it to me. I then created a plan. I sent it off to get proposals created, and then we sent it back. Now, the process was pretty quick. Generally, you know, in and out within 24 hours, maybe a little bit more if there's some back and forth, if there's some comparisons. You're never waiting a week or more for quotes. This is going to streamline everything even more. So I want to show you how to use it, but I also want you to know if you're not comfortable with it, you can still do it the old way. It's okay. Everything when it's new is scary. Trust me, I have bumbled through this a few times, so we'll get there together. All right, small business benefits. Who remembers what the minimum amount of employees we needed?
3.
Oh, we hand though. Yes, 3. Yes. Good job. Yes, it's 3. Okay. When we get to 10, I need approval. Doesn't mean that's a no. It means let's have a conversation. Do they have benefits in force? What type of business? How long? What's their family content? What are they looking for? What's important to them? All of those types of things, even up till, I mean, I am looking at one that's about 20 right now. Okay, so it depends. We need to have a conversation. The more information we have, the better. So I'm just going to switch my view for you right now into the advisor view. So when you come in here, you're going to see something similar than this. Now, let's say you have an opportunity. Okay, you've got a business with a minimum of 3 employees, and you went there, you've had the conversation, you said, Mr. Employee or Mr. Business Owner, rather, do you have benefits in force? And he said, no. So family restaurant, nobody will touch me. You say, you know what? I have really great news for you. I work with a company that does not care about high family content. I'd be happy to get a few proposals. Are you interested in seeing them? Yeah, I'd love that. Okay, so our 3 employees, you have a few options. Now to get started, we go up to the request a quote button right up here at the top. Okay, now what this does is it opens up our information. This is telling us, reminding you of the criteria. Okay, we need 3 people. We need employee-employer relationship, all those other things. So lots of reading. If you want to read it, go ahead. That's okay. Now we just push continue. Now, because I'm logged in under my code, it's going to auto-populate the advisor information, which is really, really handy for me. It doesn't mean so much for you guys, but it's really handy for me. So when you get in there, it already auto-populates. So if you're seeing something, it's not your code, not your information, that's okay. But you don't have to enter that info, which is really great. As soon as you log in, it pulls it up for you. Now, if you're not splitting commissions, you simply push no, and now we continue on. Now here we're going to put our business information. So for this, I'm going to say we are a test company. Our head office province is Manitoba. Our company contact is going to be Joe. Joe's email address is joe@testcompany.ca. His phone number. And then will we be including health and dental benefits? Okay, so we can put groups together for disability, for critical illness. Okay, so if you come across someone who is, I have a really great health and dental plan, I like it. You have disability? Do you want to see what that looks like? Critical illness, okay? If you have a risky occupation, kind of like trucking or something, lots of truck owners or trucking owners mandate the Edge roadside package for their employees. Taking off the payroll deductions, but it's a mandated coverage. They need to have it. So we're going to say yes, we're including health and dental. Now, does the company currently have health and dental benefits? Does anyone know what happens right now if they already have health and dental insurance? Has anyone ever come across this? No. So I actually have to do a comparison, right? So what I don't want to do is give our quote against someone who has long-term disability, short-term disability, AD&D life and dependent life without saying, Do you understand the differences between a traditional group structure and Edge? I am happy to create the proposals for you, but I want to be able to map the differences. It could be our health and dental paramedical services are $500. You get $565 for vision. Okay. You don't have short-term disability, but I notice you have long-term disability. Do you understand the difference between Edge and a traditional group disability? Edge disability, if you need illness, it's subject to underwriting. Everything is individual. It doesn't mean we can't present the product. It just means you and I need to have a bit of a deeper conversation. It'd be a good idea to have me involved if we already have coverage in force, if it's not really straightforward. And like, yeah, we beat them in everything. Then, go hard. If you want to go on your own and test the waters, absolutely. If they have coverage in force, we used to flat out say no to quoting anybody who currently had long or short-term disability. It used to be a flat out no. Now we can have the conversation, but they need to know Edge doesn't pay for mental, nervous, stress, subjective conditions, or addiction. We're not going to pay for office burnout, whereas their old plan might have covered that. So to be very clear on those differences, the last thing we want to do is implement a plan and have something happen and have you be on the hook for it, okay? So that's why. Percentage. This is my favorite portion of this new thing, because if I put 50% percentage, you're going to see when we do the quote, but it already automatically separates employee and employer cost right on the proposal. Thank you, marketing, because I used to have to manually do it and give an Excel sheet, and it made me want to cry. It was just fiddly. I don't like it. So this is super. We can see right off the bat, we're going to change coverages. The employee-employer cost breakdown is going to be right on there. I'll show you the proposals. So how many applicants require coverage? So how many people are on the plan? Remember, we require 100% participation unless they have a spouse who has coverage. They can then waive it. So for our instance, we're going to have 3, and it's going to be the same health and dental plan design. That is asking, do we have 10 employees? Maybe 4 of them are management and the remainder are field staff. What we could do is have those 4 management as a premier class and have the field staff as a lower class. So they could split classifications, encourage people to move up the ladder, things like that. It doesn't happen a ton, but it has happened. Happens a lot in family-run businesses, right? Management is family, and then we've got part-time employees or whatever. They still want to offer them coverage, but they only do base coverage. Okay, so health and dental for everyone, and then effective target date. Remember, it's the first of the following month. Sometimes I get request to quote forms that say, October 17th, please and thank you. I have to do it on the first of the month. Okay, now we just push next. Again, this is an Edge system, so everything's really user-friendly. It's point, it's click, it's ask a question, answer it. What did I forget? There we go. So again, see if you're a happy clicker like me and you forget things, it'll tell you. All right, so no, we do not. Yeah.
If the owner can also be included.
Absolutely, absolutely. In fact, if they're in the business and they're a daily active in the business, they should be on it for sure. Yeah. So this is where things get a little different. We now have 3 options to enter our data or to get our data. So we can click on submit individually, and we're going to go through and individually add the information, almost like we did on that PDF form, okay? We can import the data, which is really fun to watch, so I'll show you that. And then almost I think everyone's as nerdy as me. I don't know if importing data on the system is going to be quite as exciting, but I hope it is. Or better yet, we can send a link to the company, right? If we have a really savvy business owner, if they're looking at their employee information on a computer anyway, what do you prefer? PDF, where you and I sit together and fill it in, or have an Excel? We can also sit together, fill it in, or, I can just give it to you. Now, beware what happens when we give clients papers to fill in and walk away. Yeah, we're waiting and waiting and waiting, right? So even with the Excel, maybe you want to do it with them. But the really good thing is this template, and it's right there. So you don't even have to save it. You can go in. The template has drop downs. So a lot of times we don't know what an occupation is, so we don't put it, right? Or we don't know what the class is, so we don't put it. We've got a nice drop down now. Okay, so you can search it up there. Family status. Okay, it's got a drop down now. Enable editing. You see why I'm not technology. Okay, but we'll see, we've got single, couple, family. It's really hard to ignore the fact that there's a couple option in there when it's a drop down, which will pique people to say, oh, well, they actually aren't a family, they're a couple. Oh, awesome. Now we can save nearly $100. So think of a single parent and one child. That's a huge impact on their savings on premium, okay? So I don't know. Great. The drop down's not working for you on.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to click onto it and then click the arrow on the side for some reason. All right, oopsies. All right, so now we've got our three options. So depending on what type of client you have, what's the relationship, how soon they're wanting to get this done, someone really motivated, give them the link. They'll do it, right? It just feel them out. How are they? If they're a really busy restaurant owner, again, you might want to sit down and do it with them. Do the Excel sheet. So if we do the Excel sheet, we can import the data. So we choose a file. I've already got a test sheet in there. And we just hit continue. It uploads everybody at the same time, their incomes, their occupations, their birthdates. Everything's all at the same time. We hit save. And now it's imported right into the system. So this is in your dashboard. Now let's say this sits for 3 days and all of a sudden the owner calls you and they're like, oh, I just hired someone. I told them they didn't have to, we were going to get benefits and they were so excited. That's why they went with me. We got to add them. They need to be on here. No problem. Okay. Census options, add a new applicant. Now we can add a new applicant right in there. So we're never stuck to it. Okay. You can add individually. Now what happens? Oopsie. I want to leave you a message. There we go. So now we've got the data imported and we just follow the system. Next. Okay. Now let's say you've had a bit of a conversation and you know what they want. Now don't forget the differences between Edge and traditional group. We don't want to walk in there and say, we're going to match this. I'm going to give you life, AD&D, dependent life, short-term, long-term disability, everything you have on there. First of all, are they okay with that plan? Because if they're really happy with that plan, we might not be a good fit, or we need to talk about the differences. If they're really happy with that plan, but it's really expensive and they can't afford it anymore, and that's why they're shopping around, then they're not really happy with that plan. And we say, what's very important to you? And then you could pick and choose. If they said glasses, that's so important to me, then you're going to push health upgrade. But what you could do is just leave it. Because if you remember, I always give you 3 options. So no matter what you do, unless your option that you give is one of the options that I give, or you've had a conversation that said we've gone through this, all they want to see is the drug upgrade. That's it. They're getting started. They don't want to see anything else. I'm going to say, okay, so you put drug upgrade. Okay. Now you push next. And now maybe you just keep going down and you say glasses are important. DOE or owner. Okay. So through your conversation, you've understood that glasses are an important component to their program. and you've identified maybe that the business owner, maybe you said something that was like, I'm really scared about disability, or, maybe you had a conversation and you piqued his interest with business overhead, whatever it might be, pop it into the notes. I can put that in, I can use that to help curate the plan. If I come to the meeting, if I have some of these notes, I can go, hey, Joe, I was told that glasses were really important to you. So you might really want to focus on the Premier plan. That's got $565 of vision coverage. That's huge. Isn't that unbelievable? And right away, we're starting off on a positive note because we took the time to understand and listen. So from here, we just push next. Okay, now you review whatever you want. And then at the bottom, this is important, submit request. Then what happens, and you're going to probably see it pop up because I'm system by myself. Yeah, there's my phone just buzzed. I got an email. The email to me saying, hey, there's a request to quote, go in there and do something with it. So what's going to happen, and I'm just going to switch here back to dashboard. I'm going to switch into my profile, and then I'll show you what happens when I approve this. So from here, I would go in, I would look at the information, and then I can create a few more options. So I can do this, the structure that I normally do. All upgrades, no additional product. Want to show the power of that bundle discount. All upgrades with the additional product. Now they get to see the power of the bundle discount, and then Premier with an additional product. Okay, we know the benefit of having that additional product now. We need to decide if we want the upgraded plan or the Premier. So I'm just going to quickly create one here for you to take a look at. Oh. Product. Okay, so let's just pretend for the sake of time that I am going to send this to you. Now, I will continue until the system is not new. I always send an email. Here's the breakdown. Okay, so here's the breakdown of what I quoted. Proposal number 1 has this, proposal number 2 has this, proposal number 3 has this. It's all laid out. I'm going to continue to send that email while the system is new, but I will no longer be attaching the proposals because you can go into the dashboard and you can download them from there in a much safer, privacy-wise setting. Okay, we're going to go into our test company. Okay, and then you can see it says pending quote. Okay, so we can go in here and we can look at the quote. Got some injury on it. Okay, we can go in or we can download it. This is where you would download it, print it, send it to your client, all that good stuff. You'll notice it does look a little bit different, but in a really good way. So we'll see up here, we've got employer contribution. We're not replacing benefits. We've got the number of applicants and everything that's added. You can see here, we've got our multi-product discount added. So they've got the visual there that they have a discount on there. And then here's our breakdown. So same, but a little different, a little more refined. And here, look at this here, right? Employer health and dental contribution. Okay, so a lot of times they look and they're like 229 cents. I pay 50% of that. No, you pay 50% of the health and dental. The business does not pay for the loss of income because, does anyone know what would happen? No, don't yell it out. Hand up, what happens if the loss of income is paid for by the employer?
It will impact on taxes when they pay.
There you go, first prize. So yeah,
That's my concern with my
yeah. So what happens if
You're welcome.
So what happens if an employer pays the premiums for the loss of income or the disability? Is what she said is what happens at time of claim. They are disabled. We've only given them 1,000 time of claim. That 1,000 now becomes taxed. We don't want them when they're at their most vulnerable time. We would prefer, and I'm sure if we had this conversation, we absolutely can prefer for it to come off their paycheck. And then when push comes to shove and they actually need it, that 1,000 is all in their pocket. Yeah. Now they can, the employee or employer can pay for it. It's not against the law. It just becomes a taxable benefit. Now that's the same reason why we can't really have contract workers on an employee group plan. Because a contract worker doesn't cost the business employee money, right? They don't have to pay into EI or workers' compensation, but now they're claiming them under their employee benefits. So they're using that as a write-off. But also, if it's a contract worker, what if you get a little slow and that guy goes out and starts doing something for someone else? Well, you're paying for his health and dental benefits, or he leaves right away. Are you ever going to get your money back from that person? There's so many things with contract workers that just make it really, really difficult. All right. Now, after that happens, I'm happy to present with you. We can go through all the coverages, everything. From here, the only difference is instead of getting that master app signed, instead of getting that banking information billing sheet and that void check, the administrator that we're going to add to this portal when they say yes at the business can do it all virtually. So they can add their administrator with signing authority. Put it right in there. They can put their transit number in there. Everything's virtual. They can add the employee information. Enrollments are all done within the same dashboard. 6 months down the road, someone quits. They can remove them on the dashboard. You no longer have to do it. It's no longer a call to you, or they put it through on the portal, and then basically all that happens is you and the small business team gets an alert that you have to get the cancellation, right? Now they can cancel it right here. They can add new employees right here. You still get the alert, so you still have the opportunity to keep that old business that's leaving the group. Hey, give me your banking information. You can keep your loss of income and you can get an individual health and dental plan. It's not going to be as robust. You are subject to underwriting if you get the upgrade, but we have guaranteed issue, right? What do you have? Do you have current medications? Yes. Okay, let's get you a base drug. Do you need glasses? I see you've got glasses. Let's get you the health upgrade. How's your dental? Or do you want the upgrade, or are you okay with the base? And then we can still curate a plan for them. But you want to know what the best part about that is? That's the old employee. You still got a new one that you get all that premium for too. It's a tap that doesn't shut off, and you're not necessarily losing that other business. I actually had an advisor recently contact someone who had left a business and said, hey, you want to keep this? You can keep your loss of income. Like, wow, thank you so much for calling me. He's like, I was really worried about that because I was excited because we had just gotten him loss of income. Someone at that place, and this is not like, this is a real story and it haunts my dreams, was working in his garage with a chainsaw, fell backwards, chopped his leg off from the knee down. His AT&T payout happened within like a week and a half. The advisor was on the phone to me as this gentleman was in the ambulance going to the hospital, right? So she had this reputation. And this guy went to his new business and he's like, oh, I know you don't have benefits. So here's the name of the advisor that helped me get my personal stuff. She got a whole new 16-person group out of that.
Wow.
So it's things like that that really help solidify you as a trusted advisor beyond just that business owner. How are we feeling? Good. Okay, now no yelling, hands up only, and someone, will you be the judge for me? Okay. Okay, now there is a two-part question. Okay, so we have to know both answers. Now I'm gonna turn away. How many options are there for quoting now? For information input for quoting? And what are they?
Okay, go ahead.
So 3.
Yeah.
You can do upload.
Yes,
You can send the link,
yes,
and then you can fill up your own online. Filling up online.
yeah. Good job. Yeah, so that's the new system, everyone. Now. So, yeah. That's the new system. We have some time. So if we've got questions, any product questions, let's open it up. I want you to be able to get some contest dollars in. So I'm going to open it up for the next 19 minutes. If you've got questions, let me know. Hands up. I think open forum's really nice and everybody gets to learn. So yeah. Yeah, go.
So if a family health example said wants to know, I'm trying to do it because the phone saying,
Yeah, so you have a small business, and how many members do they have?
from a family, plan, they're converted to, oh,
So you have to go through me.
oh,
Yeah, but from here though, you can go in and click the button and put their information in, do the request a quote and put their information in, and then I can get the proposals to you. Yeah, so any group stuff needs to come through me. The Premier plan is not on any individual quoting software, only sales directors have it. As well as the ability to put everything on one bill or one proposal, okay? Now, remember, our prices are fixed. So, and we do have a rate guide. So if someone was really curious, the rate guide, if you're not used to it, will make your eyes cross. It is so hard to read. Let me know. I've like scraped it down to like some pretty simple, if someone just wants a general idea, make sure you let them know this is a customized plan. It's totally customized based on your employee's age, their status, and what we're adding. So I don't really have a general thing to give you. I can give you our rates, but it's unless you're going to sit and okay, this person's in here and this and go to all of them, just just give me your employees' data. I just need their initials. You don't even have to give me their names, their initials, their birth dates, single, couple, or family, rough income, because we're going to put 1,000. I'm going to assume they all make 20. Well, we have to have that conversation after. But you don't want to look at the rate guide. Let's get a proposal going. All right, next one. Yeah.
is this available in Quebec as well?
I don't believe so. Yeah. If you want, shoot me an email and I can connect you with our Quebec sales director. There's 2 there now and they will know. I do know that it's way different there. Yeah. Great question. Yeah.
So as just starting this, and I already spoke to a couple of people, and I feel like I had 2 group of potential clients. So I have no experience yet. Would I able to reach out with you and set up the appointment for your next?
So, absolutely. The main thing, let's get the information. Now, if you and I want to have a conversation first.
Right.
Yeah, reach out to Bree. She can get, or shoot me an email. We'll find a time and we'll get in, we'll do an hour long. We'll book an hour. If we don't need it, we don't need it. We can go through everything, all your questions, everything like that. Now, when you get the opportunity, you get the information filled in, we put the request in, or you send it to me. Then I'll create proposals and then we can both meet with your clients or your potential clients if you want. I'm more than happy to present our product, to be there to answer questions. I can make changes in real time. And the best thing is I will ask them if they want to sign the master app. Like, are you ready to go? Because I can send you the link right now, right? Before it was, I'll email them the app, sign it and email it back. Now it's, we can send you the link right away to get this started. So I'm more than happy to meet that. Now, I need to have information for proposals before I can meet with clients. Yeah, absolutely.
So, earlier you said that our percentage will be depending on our MTO, right? For commission, is that what?
Yeah, it totally depends on what, I don't even know what level or what your contract is within Greatway. So we do talk, so what I can tell you is commissions are paid on the 15th of every month after the first premium has been pulled from the client. We never, ever do clawbacks. So you get a certain percentage based on, now we are different percentages for each product. Disability pays the most, and it's the stickiest product. Health and dental, and they'll pay percentages if you get, so again, I'm not sure with your guys' structure. Some independents can get heaped or level. But if the plan ever cancels, if someone leaves or stops paying, we don't claw back. Your commissions simply stop. Yeah, because we charge money.
And the commission is just ongoing every month.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. We had lots of people during COVID saying, thank goodness for this income because they couldn't get out and make those new sales. So it's just that residual monthly income that kept coming in. So I know it's crazy if you think about a young guy getting a CI policy. It's not a ton of commission every month. But think of when you start protecting lots of people and you start adding other conversations, getting more comfortable with other products. You're talking CI to this person, you might want to say, like, do you have disability? If you're worried about an impact an illness would have on you, do you have a plan for disability protection? And if you want to learn, if you weren't at the seminar and you want to go over and learn the lifestyle protection planner and how to start that disability conversation, again, let's reach out to me, reach out to Bree, let's get into a meeting and run through how to have that. Only 6% of advisors across Canada have disability conversations. That means there's a huge opportunity for each and every one of you to be like, they won't talk about disability. Oh, they told you it was too expensive or you could never get it. Have you heard of the EDGE? Because our injury is guaranteed to issue. Everyone said disability is so expensive. We can curate a plan based on your needs and your budget. And again, if you want to do that, I can come back and do that online, how to have the disability conversation, or we can do one-on-one. Yeah, I'll come back. I'll come back with prizes and we'll do disability because it's such an important conversation and so many people shy away. And there's an appropriate way to have it, and we can argue with some confidence too.
Can you like give us like a rough example? For example, for 3 employee in a business, and you have like maybe 5 of that, roughly how much can you get like in a month?
That's 5,000.
Because like that's the only reason why a lot of people are not doing mostly like edge with regards to critical illness and stuff, but we don't understand like how the condition is. At least I don't. I understand.
Yeah. So and have you reached out to your leader?
Yeah. And
Okay.
that's what we are actually
Okay. So that sounds to me like something that needs to be escalated a little more to try to figure out what your percentage, like, I couldn't tell you if I knew, or if I knew where to find, I don't even know. They don't let me know, and it's really annoying because it's probably one of the most questions I get is obviously how do you get paid?
Probably similar to what.
So what I can do though is I can take it to my VP of National Accounts and let him know that my area is struggling to find a clear answer from the leadership about how commission is paid or what the structure is. And then maybe internally, if we could help get you guys some more information.
sometimes in some of the businesses we can see or at least estimate what we're gonna have like after we sell.
Yeah.
But it's like it's
Yeah, it's monthly too.
Yeah.
So, like,
but at least estimate is also based on ages.
Yeah, it depends on the ages too.
yeah.
Could you be able to walk through us with the express book
Yeah,
and do the there's one of them you can I know like I remember 2 weeks ago trying to get hold with you, but then I took a chance to do it myself. And I didn't.
yeah.
But the thing is, when one of our colleagues, Lee Gonzalez, showed the health dental, and you can actually add more, what do you call that?
Digital product.
Additional product, and then you actually get, no, I forget to do that.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. So if you ever get someone looking for just individual health and dental, I need health and dental for my family, they're not part of a group, it's individual. So all of our quoting and going straight through the applications happens right here in this. So express quote to application. Okay, now the health and dental, yeah, if we go right down to the bottom. Again, Edge, we're point and click. I'm just gonna shove in a birth date here. Okay, so we're gonna be 38-year-old male.
So
We're
I
gonna
did
be-
one where it came up as 169, but then if I hit the capture, which is not again, it's actually less $5.
Yeah. So if bundle discount. So if you add another product, it'll reduce the health and dental by about $13. That's why we say I always add 1,000 a loss of income. It's a really important product. It's gonna reduce their cost and give some protection.
So how can I do that? I can still do it.
Yeah. So we're just gonna say, yes, we're a resident. No, we don't have any other Edge coverages. We have to click the health and dental. That's reminding us of a 1-month wait period. Does it matter what coverage you want to do? Single? So I'm going to do single and I'm going to do a fully upgraded plan. So this fully upgraded plan for a single, how old were we? 38-year-old male is $111.62. Going to add the product, but this is what we're talking about right here. So I'm going to do the multi-product discount. I'm going to do $1,000 of injury coverage. This is going to be an advisor. Oh, that's not how you spell advisor, Christy. There we go. Okay, so we're an executive class. We're going to say no to any other occupations. We don't have any other Edge in force. Now remember, our injury is our base product. Illness is the rider. We have to say no to question number 1, nothing currently restricting our bodily movement or limiting performing daily activities. And we need income to replace. We need 20 hours a week, 35 weeks a year. We understand English and French. Workers' compensation, we're going to say yes. And EI, this is just a general employee. They're not going to be self-employed. We have our employee income. Okay. And then we're going to say we make $65,000 a year. Okay. Benefit eligible, $41.25 is our qualified insurable monthly earning. But I'm just going to do bundle discount right now. So I'm going to go way down to 1,000. I'm going to do 24-hour, 112 days. Okay. To age 70. This 38-year-old is going to get $1,000 a month until they're 70, after 112 days when their EI is done paying, if they're ever to get injured on or off the job. Not bad. Under $10 a month until you're 70. Okay. We could go even less. We could do 5-year and then watch what happens. So now it's saying it's 117.32. I push add this product. Now we've got 2 products and we're down to 101.62. Okay, so we triggered the discount greater than the product we added. We're adding value for less money. And nobody says, no, give me less product for more money.
How old is this person?
This is 38.
Okay.
Yep, this is 38. 52, hey, we can do 52. What year is that?
But,
It's me.
sorry, Christy.
71.
97.
1.
Or turning 53.
So for you, now we're looking at 119.32.
Yeah. 169. So I forgot to do that.
This is single.
Well, oh, wait, I had my daughter, sorry.
Yes, that's okay. We can add a couple coverage too. But yeah, absolutely. Add another coverage. Lots of people are like, oh, that's a little much. Hey, Want to see a magic trick? Depending what they do. Now, if they've got a double B class, it's not as impressive. It will trigger a discount still, but they're still getting 13 off, but it's probably like a $14 product. So they're still like $1.85.
So Chris, when you have a case like that, like you forgot to give that to your client, but now you realize that it's all set up right. So how do you?
So you can just do a new application. Yeah, and then in the advisor note section down here, if you just want to make sure, just say they also have health and dental. Please apply product discount. Yeah, and then what'll happen is their health and dental that's already in force, their billing will change.
Okay.
Yeah, so they'll have both on the schedule of benefits, but then their costs on the health and dental will go down because of the multi-product discount.
So you just have to create a new.
Yeah, just for that one product though.
Just for that.
Yeah, great question.
Christine, can you make a quote for loss of income for 47-year-old male?
Now, I want you guys to know too, you have 24/7 access. Okay, so you do not need me at all to do any of these unless it's a group vote. 47, you said?
77 for
77?
May 77. May 21st. Yeah.
So Chris, if it's a father and daughter, sorry,
Stockbroker investment.
so you.
And for me, actually, I have a second business too.
Okay. And what do you do there?
So it is sale and service of auto parts.
Auto parts. Okay, so just office work or do you do?
Sale and service.
Okay.
Not a mechanic shop.
Perfect.
You can after a day, but go to auto. Go to auto. And there was option. I scroll down. Scroll down.
Office.
Sales service owner supervisor. That's
50%,
40.
40? Perfect. So now you could use either gross business revenue minus cost of goods and employee wages or net earned income.
100,000 gross. Maybe just 100,000 gross.
100?
100,000.
Cost, no cost of goods?
No.
Okay. Your benefits 3125. So we can go max. Probably a 30. To age 70. So generally business owners who don't have EI or anything, this is how we would start. Let's start best case scenario, give you 3,000 a month.
If we remove health and dental.
Oh, this is their, oh, if you remove the health, yeah, sorry, it was 105 for the injury.
So what kind of an injury is that?
So it's any injury that causes you to be
Basically.
disabled. Yes, yeah. Now, the one thing here is I've got you at a 0 day. So if you could go 30-day elimination, you're down to 45. So really, that really makes a huge difference.
But on the other hand, sorry, it's like starting $1,000. But from his business, recurring commission is coming. And which is overtaking this $3,000, what will happen? Are you still paying $1,000?
He can't be generating any of his own income.
But if any passive income is coming, then what will that?
It generally should be okay if you're not generating it.
I'm
but
not actively working.
You're not actively working. Let me put a pin in and come back to you because it's a different situation.
Give me a quote with $150,000 revenue.
Realize that was 150, you said?
150,000.
That gives you 4450 equipment.
What's the price? 45?
45 would be 6750 for a 30-day, 2H70. And you can adjust some if you want it.
And to each, and for 5.
So which group?
43.
Can you see the first, the top is a self-employed and which class it is?
A class, right?
Yeah. So you're AA. Your actual class is a AA. If you're, the auto industry sales pulled you down from executive to a
So
AA.
how, what's the like double A?
More.
It's
More.
Cheaper.
It's cheaper. Yes.
More.
So easy to get and easy to get a claim or not?
Oh, yeah. Our claims is next to none, Obviously, adjudicated in line with, if you say, yes, I'm good to go, but you go to the doctor in 2 weeks because your shoulder surgery wasn't letting you do this, then, we can see doctor's records. But yeah, if you get an injury and you are unable to work and pull in income, now remember that we do income at time of claim. And if you're getting from other sources, which you probably don't have EI or workers' comp, so you're fine. But if someone had other sources, let's say workers' compensation started to pay 2,000 and their equipment was 4450 and they purchased 3 from Edge, the Edge would have to reduce.
And what about the percentage from which you was talking about?
I have to double check on the passive income for you because you shouldn't be generating any income, right? Because then you.
Because we are in
Like he's an advisor as well.
No, I know. Yeah. For sure, yeah. Let me put a pin. Can you shoot me a text or an email just to remind me?
Yeah.
Perfect, yeah. And then we can take that off.
So, like EX is better than.
Yes, yeah, executive is our highest classification. So executive class can get a max of 6,000. Same with AA too. So the max would be 6,000 and anything lower than a AA, the max is 5,000. Now that should be changing, fingers crossed, within the next year and a half, we should be offering higher rate or higher benefit amounts, but yeah.
Because I know in your health and dental,
Sorry, we use,
health and dental, you want to.
yes, the renewal is October 1st for the health and dental rates. Yeah.
Okay, will the client receive a letter for renewal or just also?
It auto renews, everything auto renews. Now they are going to receive a letter starting September 1st of next year, and it's going to tell them, hey, we're a nationally pooled plan. Our renewal time is coming up. This is what the renewal percentage is. If they aren't happy with it, then they connect with the advisor and say, cancel this. We don't get a lot of those because our renewals are so low.
So my client should cancel it. They didn't ask for cancellation. Just cancellation.
Cancellation?
Yeah, it's, just checking the.
Oh,
They didn't ask to cancel, they plan to use it.
okay. Maybe send a screenshot and send it to me and we can see what went on with that. Yeah, or customer service.
Any application for goal.
So we start with regular occupation for 36 months, so 3 years as opposed to 2, and then we go to reasonable occupation. So if they can or can't expect to earn 80% of their qualified insurable monthly earning, then they can take both. So let's say they make $100,000 and they purchase 3,000 of Edge benefits. Okay, so they get 3,000 and after 3 years, they're still disabled. They can't go back to their occupation.
Any occupation or just the.
Regular, then we go to reasonable. So reasonable is 80% of their qualified insurable monthly earning. So they can't make up to 80%. They get both Edge and they can work. So let's say they have a job where they make $1,000 and their qualified insurable monthly earning maximum is 4,000. They purchase 3,000 from Edge, they get $1,000 job. It's not a reasonable occupation. So now they still get their disability benefit. So it's regular and then 36 months goes to reasonable. Yeah, not any, but not own either. Yeah,
You see, I have a question.
Yeah.
Let's say there is a client who runs his own business, self-employed.
Mhm.
And he got disabled and he has a benefit hedge.
Yeah.
But he's also generating income from his rental property.
that would be the same thing as passive income from your, yeah,
Because majority of
Yeah.
our community clients, they have some sorts of other income.
absolutely. Yeah, let me get back to you. I don't want to steer you wrong. And there's just something in my head that's stopping me from answering. So let me get back to you on that. That's same, it'll be the same as your other.
Well, I assume like as long as I'm not doing something actively,
Yeah, it's in your, actively involved in your regular occupation, generating income. So it's just the generating income, even if like you're still technically generating income.
because the employees like for the benefits who's not generating any income, that's fine with him.
Mhm.
The owners have multiple sources of income.
Let's go back. I'm gonna get a clear answer for you, and then we can pull it out of the policy book too.
Sorry.
That's okay.
So, for example, you're an employee, and then you had like disability or something that's they're asking for like benefits already, and then they decided to do their own business. And like as what he said, they continue having like income from that business. Will that cut off the benefits from it?
Yeah, if they start a business and yeah, it would cut their benefit off.
Oh.
Yeah, because they're not totally disabled.
Yeah, if for example, my guy, so he got injured. So there's a 1,000 benefit for the insurance.
Yeah.
But he could still get the WC.
Yes. Yeah, we integrate with WCB. Now, if it's AirTech, we probably put a 112-day elimination period. Yeah, so they would, after that, if they're still disabled, yeah.
That's monthly, right? The 1,000.
Yes, it's 1,000 monthly, as long as they're disabled for, and I believe we did a 2-year benefit.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, they can get a 0-day. It's very expensive. It's very expensive. So what we generally say is, okay, so instead of a 0-day, why don't we make a plan for a 30-day emergency fund? 30 days is gonna get you, through. And, yes, yeah, it's quite expensive, absolutely. Yeah. Send me an email or, there's a certification on the site, but I can forward you.
There's
Yeah, go look at that.
yeah, there's one question on the end that.
Yeah, and then come to me.
And it's in the post, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it's the big thing is everyone come to me when you have questions. If you can't get me on the phone or email, I will be the first to admit I am so busy these days, you guys. Call Bree or call customer service if you need an immediate answer. Customer service can help with billing. They can help with, where's this sheet? What's my, commission schedule, things like that. I am mostly sales. So think of me for sales, customer or advisor service. If it's, please do still reach out to me. I will just forward it to them. That's okay. No big deal. I'm here to help. If I don't help, then I have no to help.
Yeah, so for the manual, can we see it on the website?
Yes, all policy books are all on the website. Yep, absolutely. All the policy books, we've got individual sheets on there, sell sheets that are client facing. We've got marketing materials. There is a calendar on there that has a ton of trainings happening this September. We have some Saturdays, some evening trainings on the calendar. So definitely, yeah, go onto the site, poke around. I swear to you, I see something new every day on that thing and it's like 2.5 years later. So I don't know.
Can we divide it into more than, if it's late?
For split missions?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can split missions.
People can see.
I'm not sure, honestly. I know that there's a button right on the application asking if it's split commissions, but I don't direct sell, so I've never had to. I don't know. I do not direct sell, and I can't tell you, I've never gone out to a social event and not quoted somebody on my phone though, and I'm like, who's your advisor? Where are they from? I'll send them the. All right, everybody. Well, thank you for having me. I'm gonna come back. Thank you. And we'll do a whole disability training. Please do send me an email so I remember.
Your email is the same,
Christy.mckinnon@edgebenefits.com.
and your name.
Yes, absolutely. When in doubt, email me every month.